So in this video, Doombud, me, I, who, he, huh, we'll be talking about I love the Penguin. I love the Penguin so much. I even got this new mic. It's a brand new mic. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful piece of art. And I think it's kind of cool. So if you think it's kind of cool too, leave a like.
Doombud is the cool guy. Doombud, you really have to subscribe. Doombud, yeah, he's so cool.
Hello, Doombuds! After watching the terrible Beetlejuice movie, I decided to watch something that I like, something that I genuinely love. Matt Reeves the Batman. The first time I saw it in the theater, I knew it. This was the best Batman movie we have ever gotten. Highly inspired by the Batman comics, The Long Halloween and Dark Victory plus Batman Year One. Three beautiful books that I could not recommend more. Focus on my face. You can see me? Okay. Gotham City feels like its own character. It's a living and breathing thing which is constantly evolving with a rumbling underworld belly. It feels alive. And with a beautiful and colorful cast of Batman, Catwoman, of course Paul Dano's the Riddler, which I look a little bit like at this moment in time. Still waiting for my new Doom mask. I've ordered 3 so far, and all orders have been lost in translation, if you know what I mean. From all the characters, one took it all. One stole every scene, and that was Colin Farrell's The Penguin. Or as he's called in the movie, Oz, aka Oswalt Cobblepot. His entire screen presence took this film for me. Unrecognizable. In this film, Matt Reeves turns Colin Farrell from a beautiful man into a grizzled, disfigured gangster. The closest comparison I have for the Penguin or Oz in this film is a mix between Joe Pesci from The Goodfellas and Tony Soprano, and I loved every single second of this character. When he walks into a room, you just feel his presence, his aura. He is both charismatic, funny, and terrifying at the same time, because this Oz is willing to do everything to get what he thinks he rightfully deserves. Colin Farrell had to sit between 2 and 4 hours every shooting day to get the makeup done. They had an entire cast of his body. They had a mask that went from his shoulders all the way up to his head, the hairpiece, everything. He looks like a totally different person. I'm so impressed with what they did, and the end product just speaks for itself. I love the Penguin in the Batman, and I am so excited to see what Colin Farrell can do with his miniseries on HBO Max. I'm a big fan of the Penguin, and I will be recapping every single episode of the Penguin on this channel here, so subscribe, like, do all that cool stuff, as hopefully we get another HBO classic, guys. Let's get it. In the film, Penguin is sort of a right-hand man to Falcone.
Wow, is that right?
The first time we meet him actually is in the Iceberg Lounge when Batman shows up to talk with the Penguin about like the missing girl who was seen with the mayor. Batman beats the hell out of everybody in the club, and he's causing so much chaos that the Penguin comes, or Oz comes out of his office just to extend the hand and be like, hey, let's talk in the office. Let's not make it chaotic. Batman tries to interrogate him here. The Penguin just calls him Mr. Vengeance and is just laughing at him and basically doesn't give him any information. It shows his character that even with a presence like Batman in front of him, he doesn't give an inch away. So I love that they didn't diminish the character of him. I think the second time we see him, Bruce Wayne, go to the funeral of the mayor's car, he sees Falcone goes out of his car and the door is being opened by the Penguin. So it really looks, he's kind of like his head of security almost. There's even a scene where Bruce Wayne is approaching Falcone and he is stopped by the Penguin, who asks what he is doing because he doesn't know who Bruce Wayne is, on which Falcone says to the Penguin, this is the Prince of Gotham, didn't you know this is Bruce Wayne? So yeah, that also kind of shows he's looking out to protect Falcone. He's working with or for Falcone. He's the facilitator. It's not clear if he's working for Falcone, but it's very clear that he's underneath him in the ranking of this underworld. And then we get to the best sequence in this movie, the Batman Penguin car chase. It doesn't really make any sense if you think about it, because I know Batman and Jim Gordon are doing a drug bust. Penguin is shooting at Mr. Vengeance. You think you can fuck with my money, Mr. Vengeance, with his Uzi. Penguin always has an Uzi. I like that. He's scary in that moment when they're zooming on his face and he's almost shooting Catwoman, and then almost when you think that he finds Catwoman, Batman starts the Batmobile, and instead of the Penguin, I don't know, running back into the office or whatever, he decides like, oh damn, he has the Batmobile, it's time to do a car chase. And the car chase is just epic. There's so many memorable scenes in that. Also the scene where he's like shooting at the Batman with his Uzi, like, and they're just looking each other in the eyes, but it's only interrupted because a truck is gonna hit them from the front when they go into traffic. Or oh yeah, the scene where the Penguin like hits the brakes, the big truck behind him stops, and it causes a big explosion because I don't know, the truck was carrying TNT or something, and then an instant ramp is created and the Batman just flies over the explosion. They hit the Penguin's car and Oz is just spinning out of control. He sees the Batman epically walking at him like doo 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 doo. That shot is so epic of the Batman upside down walking to Oz hanging in his own car. And then we get to oh, I love it so much. The interrogation scene is the funniest shit.
What the hell is this? Good cop, bad shit cop.
Colin Farrel just eats the scenery as this guy. Close up of my beautiful Penguin. If you guys want a toy review of this little bad boy, and maybe also of little Selena over here, comments down below. Cause Doombot is nothing but your humble servant. Where was I? Oh, the interrogation scene. El rata helada.
No habla español, fellas. Do me a favor, shithead, shut up.
They confront the Penguin and say like, you're the rat. I ain't no rat. I ain't no rat. A rat with wings. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like a freaking bat.
Huh? You ever think of that?
He's the best, man. He's the best.
Talk about what they did to my partner's face. Holy God, you showing me? Come on!
Then we get to the final scene. It's finally found out that it was Falcone who was the rat who ratted out Maroni to the cops, and he gets arrested. And when he goes to prison, is going to be put in the cop car. You see the Penguin is like, hey, you're a rat, Falcone. You're gonna die in prison. He's like, oi, you're such a tough guy, huh, Mr. Penguin? Well, actually, I think you're just an ugly guy in a really cheap suit, huh? Yo, I'm gonna shoot you. And then he tries to shoot him, and then he gets stopped, and he gets shot by the Riddler.
Goddamn rat. You're always just a gift.
That's a different story. If you guys want me to recap the Riddler story, this video needs to have 20,000 likes. Otherwise, I ain't doing that. Hey guys. Because I love me the Penguin. So much stuff I love about him. The makeup, the performance, his entire journey for the film. And also that now, that Falcone is that there will be a power struggle for who becomes the top dog in Gotham City. And let me tell you, I am rooting for the Penguin. And if you're down to clown with the Doombot who has a big frown, then subscribe down below and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be watching every The Penguin episode together, or if you don't have HBO Max, I can just tell you what happens in the episode. That's even better. You can just listen to this with your headphones and you can be like, oh my god, the Penguin has a mama? The Penguin trailer, by the way, looks pretty good. He's like, I love you, mama. We're gonna be eating good. We're gonna be eating good meatballs, mama. Quick shout out though to all the previous actors. I grew up with the Arkham City Penguin, the animated series. Of course, I watched Danny DeVito in Batman 2, Batman Returns, and last but not least, the Penguin in the Gotham show. Let me know in the comments down below which Penguin you think is the best. You guys are blessed, and as always, Doombot out. Namaste. Have a good day. I'm trying to get to 69 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe right now.